Hey, what is going on, man? So today we're going to be going over the real reason you can't stay consistent and how I actually fixed it. So if you ever told yourself, all right, this is time, I'm sticking to it, you're eating clean, you hit the gym for 3 days straight, and then the weekend hits, you skip one workout, you binge a little, and before you know it, you're back to square one. Sound familiar? It's this on and off phase you've probably gone through where you're super motivated and then you just fall off. It's not that you're broken or you just don't know what to do. It's just you've been lied to about what it actually takes to actually build a consistent routine. Why motivation is actually a trap. You see, the fitness industry loves to sell you on motivation. Those flashy reels with quotes like no excuses or just get it done or go hard or, never give up, things like that. But here's the truth. Motivation fades at the end of the day. Period. And if your entire fitness journey depends on waking up, hoping to be motivated every day, you're setting yourself up to fail because the real key to consistency isn't just motivation. It's actually to build a system that you like and that you can stick to, and one that runs even when you're tired, even when you're busy, and even when you're just not feeling it. Because if you can't build a consistent routine that you actually enjoy and you like, you're not going to want to stick to it. And that's why you've been on and off for so long. And this is exactly why most guys fail. Here's why they do when they start. So they go from 0 to 100 overnight. This is just what happens. You're super motivated. You go all in. You try to completely change your whole routine and think that you're going to be able to stick to it for the next 6 months. They try to hit the gym 6 days a week. You eat chicken, rice. You cut out all your carbs thinking you're doing the right things. They white knuckle it for a few weeks. So you go hard and then you crash hard. You don't fail because you're weak. In a sense, you fail because you built your routine on unsustainable extremes. So you're building it too crazy from where you were already not even consistent at all, going from thinking that you're going to be some consistent David Goggins everyday type of guy 5 a.m. That's not you. So no structure, no flexibility. You don't think in the long term. And worst of all, you never actually fix your identity. You're still the guy who tries to get fit, not the guy who actually lives it and has built a routine for it every day. So what actually works? So how do you fix it today so you don't overhaul your whole life at once and you can get out of this phase of being on and off? You start by doing less, but doing it consistently. So this means little by little. So first, I want you to try 2-3 workouts, non-negotiable per week. I would say 2 or 3. If you're going to do 2, split it up in an upper lower workout. And then if you're doing 3, you're going to do push pull legs. And then 1 solid high protein meal prepped each day. So this doesn't mean you have to prep it that day, but I want you prepping 1 meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I would try to choose your busiest day. So like if you get up and you have time before work, you don't really need to prep your breakfast. But if you're at work, prep your lunch. At least 1 meal a day you should be trying to prep. And then sleep, which is so important that everyone skips over, is 7 hours of sleep minimum. Making sure that you're rested for the day, just so because when you're tired throughout the day, you just don't have the energy. That's probably a great reason why you've been like, okay, I'm not hitting that workout. Okay, I'm gonna stay and watch Netflix. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Right? And these are just winnable habits. These are winner type habits. And when you stack small wins on top of each other like this, you build something way more powerful than motivation, and you actually build momentum with this. And it's hard once you build that momentum to get out of it. Eventually, these habits become your identity. You stop being the guy, like I said, who's trying to get into shape, the guy who's at the gym that you've seen before. It's probably even yourself that you're like, this guy has not had results. I see guys like this at the gym all the time, and I'm like, I've seen this guy for 6 months, and he still looks the same. Like, what is he doing wrong? Why is he wasting his time? Why doesn't he have the right routine? Right? So just eat well. Just get it. The guy who just eats well and he just gets it done at the end of the day. So this is my fix. This fix got me to lose 40 pounds of fat and get absolutely shredded and never felt any better. So I used to restart every Monday. I'd go for like 2 weeks hard and then I'd fall off. It wasn't until I stopped chasing perfect and started chasing repeatable that everything changed, building that consistent routine. I built my system around actual real life things that I could get done, right? So I prepped ground beef on Sundays. It's super easy, it's repeatable, and it's cheap. You literally cook it in the pan, You get your rice in the rice cooker, and then you grab some vegetables, frozen vegetables, and it's that freaking easy. You split it up in like 7 meals or 5 meals or six meals, whatever amount of meals for the week. And I lifted 3 times a week. So like I mentioned earlier, I did push pull legs. And then if I did have and I wanted to do an extra day throughout the week, then I just repeat. So I do push again, I do pull again, doesn't matter. But having this push pull legs made myself hit every muscle group at least once a week. So I knew that I wasn't missing or lacking in any muscle department. And I gave myself one off meal per week so I don't binge like a maniac like I do at night, and I get those crazy cravings where I just see something and I want to eat it, and then it causes me to eat the other thing and then that thing, which got me to my heaviest, over 200. So big thing, like I said, one off meal, and I'd always try to keep it pretty healthy, to be honest, because I don't crave fast food really anymore. I go out with friends or family during the weekend to usually restaurants now, sushi, donair, Greek food, whatever it is, and I mix it up. And yeah, to be honest, process was slower than, some crash diet, seeing that weight scale and going straight down than crash dieting. But for the first time ever, I actually stayed consistent, and that changed everything. Because a lot of people think crash dieting is the way to go. And I've explained in other videos, it is definitely not the way to go. And you are going to fall off crash dieting. So if you're sick of starting over, build a system you don't need motivation for, one that actually fits your life and feels repeatable, that you can actually enjoy and get the results while enjoying it. So if you want my exact weekly setup, how I train, how I eat, how I stay on track, and just how I can have built this consistency over these years, drop a comment or even DM me the word consistent on Instagram, and I'll actually send you my full blueprint for free. And if you're ready to get serious, you can book a free one-on-one call with me. The link is actually in my description, and we'll break down where you're stuck, and we can build you a real plan that actually fits your life to get you the goals you want. Up above is just some of my clients' results. If this video helped you, like it, share it with someone who keeps falling off, and hit subscribe, because next video I'm dropping the truth about skinny fat and how to actually fix it the right way.